It's farewell to April and hello to May this week. Thanks for joining us for our Monday weather video recorded on the 29th of April. So as we say goodbye to this month, the weather pattern is kind of mild for this time of the year. Yes, a couple of frosts around this morning and over the weekend, but not a lot of them. High pressure is still the main feature over to the east here, driving in an easterly flow for the top of the country, keeping conditions a little warmer than they normally would be for this time of the year. And then you've got a northerly flow coming down for the South Island ahead of the next cold change. So it's a little bit, on one hand, very normal autumn weather, and on the other hand, still leaning just a little bit warmer than average across the country. We've also got this low up here in the subtropics. It's going to drop down as the high moves further to the east, and that's going to come quite close to East Cape, Gisborne, Wairoa, Northern Hawke's Bay area. Just worth keeping an eye on. For now, though, the worst is going to be offshore. Let's have a look at the next 48 hours animation. There is the low to the northeast. Here is the cold front coming in from the south. This is tonight at 6 o'clock. Let's have a look at the next 48 hours and you'll see the low here getting close to us, but the front, the cold front, that's the main feature moving into the country this week. So yes, we do have a low very close to us, but really it's the cold front coming through from the south. That's going to be the main feature, ending here on Wednesday evening with a pretty broken up cold front, but some welcome rain coming in there for Canterbury. So let's have a look at Tuesday lunchtime. Here is that low offshore. The worst of the winds. It is technically a storm. It's got gale force winds all the way around it, but it is just offshore, the worst of that weather. So if you are in East Cape, you just got a few showers around and a bit of a southeasterly breeze coming through, and those showers taper off by the time you get to about Mahia Peninsula. At the other end of the country, there's the cold front coming into Fiordland, bit of cloud coming into Southland, and as we go through the day, obviously that front is going to move northwards. By Wednesday, the front here moving up, as we just saw before in that other animation, comes into the North Island by the time we get into Wednesday. You can see these kind of blue blobs. That's a sign that the front's very broken up and may actually just be showers. It may not even be a band of rain. Behind it, the blue line, that's the cold change coming out of the Southern Ocean area. So your temperatures are down, the snow falls on the mountains and ranges, and it feels more traditionally like this time of the year. Of course, by Wednesday, the 1st of May. Canterbury, some good news, and parts of Otago. Wet weather on the way. It's very dry in some of these regions. The rivers might still be flowing, but the ground is dry, so the rain there will be welcomed by those who still needs it. And in the North Island, for those who still want more rain, it'll be hit and miss with that system coming through. This is the rainfall map up until Wednesday evening. This does not capture that cold front as it moves over the North Island. So you can see a few showers coming through here, but most of the wet weather lining up around the west coast, and that's where we're talking about anywhere from 30 to 80 millimetres of rain, and some spillover coming through around parts of Southland, Otago, Canterbury. You're in that shading that's kind of yellow to orange, so anywhere from just 10 to maybe 25 millimetres coming through around that eastern side of the country, and a little bit here and there for other parts. Of course, that rain there is from the offshore system. Here is Thursday's setup. What offshore system? It has gone, pushed away and fallen apart. Now the next massive high, 1041 hectopascals. That is the main feature. That's our Mount Everest of air pressure systems around at the moment. It's the largest. And so all the isobars surrounding it coming out of the Southern Ocean. That means Thursday, cooler day across the country. It'll be quite similar to the Friday we just had, where you've got this windy sou'wester, cloudy on the west coast, beautifully sunny on the eastern side for the most part. Might be a little bit of cloud attaching this all together for a time, but generally speaking, westerly winds, they're fairly sunny if you live on the eastern side of New Zealand. And it stays that way till Friday, although a little bit of a southerly comes in on Friday around Wellington, Wairoa Upper and Hawke's Bay. So there might be just a few cloudy areas and showers coming up there. Most of Canterbury's dry, most of Otago is dry. And we've got a few showers, just a few, coming in here for Southland. Similar story along the western side. So it's a typical kind of couple of rocks stuck in the ocean with a big windy sou'wester blowing across us. And by the time we go into the weekend, that high nudges just a little bit closer. Still cloudy areas, still a few light showers in the mix, generally dry. And our final map for Sunday shows high pressure still way over here towards Tasmania. We're on the outer edges of it. So we've still got that slight southerly flow, although it gets a little messier around the North Island. There's other air pressure systems around here, other high pressure zones, and so the wind flow coming in might be a little more northeast or easterly for some of you on Sunday as we start to see that weather pattern change. So there we go. That is the week coming up for New Zealand. remarkably similar really to last week in a number of ways. Not quite as aggressive though, potentially, with that southerly change, but we are going to notice those temperatures dropping yet again this week from the next southerly. That's all from me. I'll see you again tomorrow for the last day of April. We'll see you then.